Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mooner3D, and this is video update number 7 for the Mark III Iron Man suit. Everything is moving along very smoothly and efficiently. I'm now in the painting stage for the entire suit, so that means there's a lot of stuff that I need to go over. In my previous video, I only had half of the suit done, but now I'm at the point where I can put the entire suit on and move around just fine in it. So let's get into it. So with the last video I had, we had everything from the helmet down to the abs and lower back done. So from there, moving on to the cod piece, I have attached the back of the cod piece onto the lower back section of the suit. And this aligns perfectly. There's actually a little bit of a lip underneath here that keeps this in its position. I might have to take the heat gun and push this in just a little bit, still kind of playing around a bit to make sure it fits to my body shape. But everything aligns really well and stays put just with the Velcro, allows for a little bit of movement and flexibility, but stays on really, really well. And for the front of the cod piece here, I have these little Velcro tabs that sit on the edge of the back plate here that really easily attach that plate onto there and keeps it in its position. Of course, much better when it's on, but stays on there and doesn't want to fall off. And the last thing when it comes to this whole back plate here is I'm going to add a bit more Velcro on the inside here to allow for the legs to attach very easily and stay secure. Before, I had them attached on the inside of this front cod piece here, and it's just not enough Velcro to really keep it secure and really create enough support. So I'm gonna put a lot of Velcro on the inside here to really give a nice surface for that leg to stay attached and stay up. So for the legs here, this is actually one of the coolest parts of the suit and one of the most frustrating. Working our way down here, this is the Velcro strap, I guess, that I will have attached to that back plate. It will come up the side and stay attached really well and hopefully not come off at all. It's been really good so far. Like I said, I just need a bit more of a bigger surface for this to really stay attached and not move around at all. Moving on to this little panel right here, I decided to have this Velcroed at first, and it was Velcro to this small little square that was there, but it detached very, very easily. So I decided to fuse it. It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't get in the way at all if it can't flex or move. So it's been fine for me. I just went ahead and fused it and it's been perfect. Next, this whole back panel is meant to be able to put the leg on and take it off very easily. But with just the magnets here, this whole section pops open very, very easily. If I make any kind of movement or walk around, it just pops right open. So I just put a little bit of Velcro on here that when this closes, especially with my leg in here, it presses up on that Velcro and really secures that. And now it's not going to pop open unless I absolutely want it to. Now for the rest of the leg here, this whole calf, I decided to just fuse for right now since I'm not worrying about so much of the motorization. I just temporarily fused that to come back to it at a later time. But everything else is held together with Velcro. The thigh and the calf section is held together with just the two straps here, and they allow for a lot of movement and flexibility. And then for the knee, on the inside here, I just attached it using Velcro again. And this allows it to bend and move when I bend my knee, but it also stays secure in this little pocket on the calf. It allows that to bend and stay in place and I don't have to worry about it popping up out of the socket and being all over the place. And lastly, for the leg here, these panels here are just secured with some filament on the hinge. I had to make the holes for those hinges just a little bit bigger so the filament would slide in, but I haven't had any issues with that filament sliding out and having these fall off. So that is the entire leg, and it works really well. Also, before I forget, I do have these little hip pods that just secure right to that Velcro strap that's attached to the legs. I had to cut off the kind of narrow piece of plastic that was on the bottoms of these, and I actually took those and just put them on the inside with a bit of Velcro. So these actually stay attached really well to that Velcro and they stay in place, and it doesn't look weird at all. At least as far as I've noticed, it looks natural. It looks like it's supposed to be there. And again, it stays pretty secure. Now for one of the coolest parts about this entire suit that I didn't think I was going to be able to pull off are the boots. Now for this, I just printed each section, the toe and the main part of the boot, and put it together. And then I just put one of my old shoes on the inside of this, and it fits really well. It's very comfortable. It doesn't feel weird to walk around in at all. And with my shoe in here, hopefully my feet don't get too sore throughout the day. About the only problem is plastic is very slippery on plastic floors. It slides around a lot. I am hoping I can figure out some way to make it so this doesn't slide around a lot. Whether it's putting some kind of thin rubber on the bottom, or I have some adhesive sort of spray that I'm going to try out. Not too sure as far as that goes what the plan is yet, but one of the coolest things about this shoe in particular, and I don't really know if you can get these anymore, is the BOA system. So this makes it really easy with this shoe to put on. I click this, and then I tighten it up, and it tightens up the shoe. And then for the entire boot here, the leg as well as this little panel, when stuck on here in its corresponding spot using Velcro, like always, this whole shoe is actually hidden really, really well, and most people aren't even going to be able to tell that I have a shoe under there. When it comes to the shoe, I'm pretty proud of that. I think that it's going to work out very, very well. It might be stupid. I might be sliding all over the place, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that and let you know if you should worry about a fully printed boot or if you should just use your own shoes. And lastly, one of the things that for some reason took me forever to actually finish and complete or really do anything with is the hands. And when I actually was doing it, it was very, very easy. And again, I can't believe that it took me so long to work on these. So everything with the hand is the same besides the fingers. I decided to reprint all of the fingers and use the unhinged version of them. It seems like they are able to flex and move with my hand much better without having the hinges on the inside. I have some pretty thick elastic bands that I put on the inside of these. Not only does that thick elastic band allow these to move and stay in their position much, much easier, but it actually fills in that space a lot better as well. So I don't feel like I'm just wearing a super loose glove, especially when I have a morph suit underneath it. It should fit like a glove. But just like before, this is really easy to slip on. My hand's in there. I can move and flex just fine. Wiggle my fingers and Iron Man stuff. Also, before you get carried away, I am going to get all the lights and everything set up in the suit before I go to the convention. I'm going to work on those as I'm getting everything painted because I don't want to get paint on the kind of plexiglass stuff that I have or the lights. I want them to be pristine and perfect before I put them on, so that way they stay that way. Also, I only have to worry about one button in this entire suit as of right now, and that's the one that's connected to the helmet. My plan is, instead of putting it more at the tip of the finger, I've actually found that putting it on the inside of this hinge and pressing it up against the rest of the glove is actually one of the best ways for me to click that button, have it kind of be unnoticeable, and make it so I don't have to worry about pressing it on accident. There's a lot of space on the inside of that hinge there, so I don't have to worry about pressing it on accident. And it's a pretty subtle movement with my thumb where most people aren't going to have any clue how I'm opening and closing my mask. In fact, I like that setup so much, I'm planning on doing that with all of the other buttons when I get the rest of the motorization done on the suit. And that is everything for today's video for the Mark III Iron Man suit. For this next week, I am going to be super busy getting everything primed and painted in time for the convention next week. And I'm pretty excited because, as you can see, it's turning out pretty good. So if you like today's video, make sure to hit that like button and share anything that you would like in the comments down below as well. And to stay updated with all this and see how my experience with the convention goes, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. We are almost at 100 subscribers. I can't believe it. I feel like doing some kind of something for 100 followers because it's very exciting, very big deal for me. But make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with all this, and we'll see you next week.